One of my favorite things about visiting a new place is the feeling you get when you first get to see something. We are here in Prague, standing on the St. Charles Bridge, here to explore the city for the next 2 days. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If we haven't met yet, my name is Megan and I'm so glad that you're joining us for this last video of our series of our 13 days traveling around Europe. We've lost 2 of our travel partners, but Ashlyn and I have continued on here to the city of Prague, where we are exploring the streets, and we'll meet up with a couple of my friends later. We arrived yesterday. We took a plane, which realize is a bit more difficult travel-wise than trains here, going through security, going through the whole airport process. But we are here. We spent yesterday relaxing and trying some of the local food. And this morning we had a lovely breakfast at our hostel, and now we're walking around and exploring the city. Standing over here at the Prague astronomical clock waiting for 1 o'clock, because every hour on the hour there is a display that lasts about 45 seconds of the 12 apostles. It does not matter how many Christmas markets we visit, they all bring a nice warm fuzzy feeling inside of me. We did a little bit of walking today, just over a half marathon. Tonight we made our way up to a hill behind the train station that overlooked the city, and then we went over to the other side where we met up with a friend in Wenceslas Square, and then climbed up to the Prague Eiffel Tower, where we had some nice views of the St. Charles Bridge and the castle and the river down below. Good morning from our last day here in Prague. We are just getting all of our stuff packed up and ready to store in our hostel's luggage storage before we meet up with my friend who is training in and my other friend who lives here to go and tour the castle after lunch. Before we get going, I wanted to give you a quick tour of this hostel that we're staying at. It's called Miss Sophie's downtown, and it is right across the street from the train station. When you walk in to the front, there is the reception right there, and then the breakfast area and the hangout area the rest of the day is just behind it. You come up here to the 3rd floor, which is where our room is at, and this is what our room looks like. There is an espresso maker right here when you walk in the door, and it is a little cozy area with plenty of space to unpack your things and a beautiful window to enjoy the view. We have hit the streets, and now we're heading over to our spot for lunch, where we've made a 12 o'clock reservation. We just enjoyed a very delicious Czech lunch, and now we're on the way to catch the 22 or the 23 bus up to the castle, where we'll be able to explore for a little under 2 hours before Ashlyn and I have to head to the train station to catch our train down to Bratislava. Up, up, and up, the third hill of Prague. We're climbing the 287 steps to the top of the South Tower for a view of Prague and to see the country's largest bell. Hopefully I'm not dizzy by the time we get up there. The view from up here is quite nice. There's the St. Charles Bridge right there. Train station is off in the distance in the fog. And if you look this way, that is the Prague Eiffel Tower, which is where we were last night. And now we're going down. Back at the train station. After an amazing couple of days in Prague, we have just boarded our train to Bratislava. It's about a 4.5-hour journey with some roundabout track work, so we should get there around 8 or 8:30 tonight. So goodbye Prague, and see you in Bratislava. Our train has made it here to Bratislava at 8 p.m. We are rolling ourselves and all our belongings over to our hostel, and then we're gonna go and try to find something that's open so we can get some dinner. We're about to try out Flagship, which apparently is one of Europe's largest restaurants. Good morning from Bratislava. We've got about 2 hours to explore the city, which, yes, I know does not do it justice, but that is the time that we have, so we're going to go and see a couple of the sites, grab some coffee and breakfast before we head back to the train station. It is currently, I don't know if you can see it, it's snowing a little bit this morning, which is exciting for the southern girl, because I don't see snow very often. But we're currently on our way over to the Blue Church, and we'll see how much we can squeeze in this morning in our short amount of time. Made it over here to the Church of St. Elizabeth, more commonly known as the Blue Church, and it is Sunday, so people are going in for service, so we will not be walking inside today. Just wanted to share a quick exclusive Bratislava travel hack. If you would like the streets of Old Town all to yourself, out at 7 a.m. on a Sunday morning when it's freezing rain. Inside of St. Michael's Gate, they've got this little plaque that says this point is the 0 kilometer. And this cool piece down here, it tells you how far different places are. So Budapest, which is where we're training to later today, 165 kilometers. And this lovely view, complete with a trash can. Standing over here at the cathedral, you can see the castle up on the hill. We don't have time to get up there. I want to give you guys a quick hostel tour before we leave. We booked the Safe Stay right by the train station, and there's quite a nice open area where you can hang out during the day. It's the same space that breakfast is served in the morning. Here is the view of our room. It's a very basic single room accommodation with a shared bathroom. Well, our 12-hour visit to Bratislava has come to an end. We are once again rolling our way to a train station. We just got off our train here in Budapest. We were able to drop our luggage off at our hostel, which was quite a feat to get into. You had to buzz in at several different doors, and one of the doors was not quite working, but I think we figured it out for next time. It's about noon now. Our train was running just a few minutes behind, so we're on our way to go and grab some lunch. We just had a very interesting lunch over at Beacon Cookie. The sandwich we both ordered was great, but the power went out. So we weren't able to actually order a cookie, which was his namesake, and they had to turn people away because they could not make any more food. So I was really glad that we were able to put our order in before that happened. And now we're on our way back to our hostel to go and get settled into our room before we do a bit more exploring. We unpacked our stuff in our interesting hostel situation, which I'll give you guys a hostel tour later and explain kind of what's going on there. Nothing horrible, we just wish we would have been warned about it when we first arrived. But now we have come over here to the Buda Castle, and we are going to ride the funicular up. It's starting to get dark, so hopefully we can get up there before it gets pitch black and get some nice views of the Danube River and the Chain Bridge. Budapest, in case you don't know, is a combination of towns. Buda being one of them, which was on this side of the Danube, and Pest, which is the county that we just came out of. They combined in 1873, I believe, to make Budapest. Walking a little bit across the Chain Bridge, which is guarded by 4 lions on each side. As we've learned, apparently if Hungary is attacked, the legend is they'll come to life and defend the country. morning from Budapest. Before we go out to start exploring today, I want to take you guys on a quick hostel tour and explain what I meant yesterday by saying we had a bit of an interesting situation. Once again, we stayed at the Avenue Hostel right off the Octagon stop. When you walk in the front door, reception is right there, as well as a big open room where you have all of your meals. The breakfast was pretty basic but delicious. When you walk outside of the reception, you go into the courtyard that leads to all of the different rooms. Budapest, unfortunately, had a flood the week before we came, so we had a little bit of water damage inside of the common area that was shared by a couple of the different rooms. Thankfully, the dripping had stopped inside our room and inside our bathroom, but there was still a little bit of water damage on the ceiling and the walls, which is the interesting situation I was talking about earlier. We've come down here to the Danube again. You can see where we were last night, just up there. And just last week, this area was completely flooded. You can see the remnants of puddles down here that are now ice this morning. This is one of those not so fun parts of history to remember, but an important one nonetheless. This monument was erected back in 2005 to pay tribute to the Jews who were shot during the massacre here during World War II. And they are the shoes on the Danube, and they're facing towards the river so that when they were shot, they would fall into the river. We've come over here to the Central Market Hall. It's kind of our last stop here in Budapest. It is a huge building, farmers market on Sunday, and just a regular market during the week. We just had a quick coffee and lunch here at Budapest Baristas. 10 out of 10 recommend if you're in Budapest. We've grabbed our bags from the hostel, and now it's time to begin the 1-hour journey to the airport via the metro and the airport shuttle bus. So our flight leaves in about 2.5 hours, so we have plenty of time. I know this will probably mean absolutely nothing to those of you watching this, but 2 weeks ago, that is where we took our bolt from the Berlin airport to downtown. So quite literally doing a full circle. So we're gonna head over to our airport hotel for the night. Probably won't film too much, but I'll be back in the morning to say goodbye and end the video. What an exciting morning. I'm going to attempt to tell you about it as I'm making my way to my gate here at London's Heathrow. So we were taxiing for takeoff in Berlin, only to turn around to come back to our gate. Turns out we had an engine failure and we ended up sitting there for 2 hours. So I'm just very grateful to have made it here. 45 minutes to connect to my next flight, plenty of time. So hopefully I'll see you guys up in the air. Even had time to grab a quick snack. Hours later, I am here. We had some serious weather delays and cancellation when I got to the Charlotte airport, but thankfully my flight was only delayed by 2 hours. I am going to end this video here because it has been quite a long and insane travel day.
If you like this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. And if you like this kind of content, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I'm super excited to bring you guys along for more adventures in 2024.